Good morning. Hi there. I am in my backyard garden. I'm reading from the Bible. Today I'm reading from the book of Mark, the Gospel according to Mark. I will read chapter 16. In chapter 16, it talks about the resurrection of Jesus. And then it goes on to talk about Jesus appears to Mary Magdalene. Then Jesus appears to two disciples. And then it talks about Jesus commissions the disciples. And chapter 16 finishes up by talking about the Ascension of Jesus. Chapter 16 is the last chapter in the book of Mark. So reading today will conclude the reading of the book of Mark. But before I get started, I want to talk just a little bit about what you see in the video today. What I'm showing you is a zinnia flower. This is one of the first zinnia flowers that we have for this year. I love zinnias. They come in all sorts of colors, and some are tall, some are short, and they just keep blooming all summer long, right up to the fall when we get cold weather. Okay, enough about the garden. Back to Bible reading. Today I'm reading chapter 16, the book of Mark, the Gospel according to Mark. The reading begins. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Salome, bought spices so that they might go and anoint him. And very early on, the first day of the week, when the sun had risen, they went to the tomb. They had been saying to one another, "Who will roll away the stone for us from the entrance to the tomb?" When they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had already been rolled back. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe, sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. But he said to them, "Do not be alarmed. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has been raised. He is not here. Look, there is the place they laid him. But go, tell his disciples and Peter that he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him, just as he told you." So they went out and fled from the tomb, for terror and amazement had seized them. And they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. And all that had been commanded them they told briefly to those around Peter. And afterward, Jesus himself sent out through them from east to west the sacred and imperishable proclamation of eternal salvation. Now, after he rose early on the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, from whom he had cast out 7 demons. She went out and told those who had been with him while they were mourning and weeping. But when they heard that he was alive and had been seen by her, they would not believe it. After this, he appeared in another form to 2 of them, as they were walking into the country, and they went back and told the rest, but they did not believe them. Later, he appeared to the 11 themselves, as they were sitting at the table, and he upbraided them for their lack of faith and stubbornness, because they had not believed those who saw him after he had risen. And he said to them, "Go into all the world and proclaim the good news to the whole of creation. The one who believes and is baptized will be saved, but the one who does not believe will be condemned. And these signs will accompany those who believe. By using my name, they will cast out demons. They will speak in new tongues. They will pick up snakes in their hands, and if they drink any deadly thing, it will not hurt them. They will lay their hands on the sick, and they will soon recover. So then the Lord Jesus, after he had spoken to them, was taken up into heaven and sat down at the right hand of God. And they went out and proclaimed the good news everywhere, while the Lord worked with them and confirmed the message by the signs that accompanied it. Here ends the reading, chapter 16, the book of Mark, the Gospel according to Mark. It concludes reading the entire book of Mark.